Hi, welcome to Grace Blossoms for You. It's Lonnie, and today I want to make something with those alcohol ink projects that I did the other day. So welcome, and thanks for joining me. Hope you're doing well. I've already pre-cut a bunch of things that I wanted to make, and for the tags, I used these small pieces and I just cut them in half. So I'm going to have two of the purpley ones, two of the green ones, and two of the blue ones. And then what I did was I just found butterflies that I thought would work for all of them. So let's do a couple of them. I want to make at least a few for my butterfly journal, and I'm not sure which color I'm going to predominantly use, but I also want to make a blue journal, so I was thinking that these might be for the blue, and these might actually be for the butterfly journal, and then the green ones could be for, I don't know, something else or a combination. But I want to first of all ink. I think I want to ink them, unless I want to do them in blue. Let's go with the blue for this one. I made some of my own. I saw Pam at the Paper Outpost. She's probably not the only one that does this, but that's where I saw she used the empty spool thread to hold her daubers. And I think some of the tail parts here might come off because I don't think the whole butterfly will fit. And that doesn't really show up because the butterfly has this white, not white exactly, but it has this kind of a border, which I left on thinking that it might be desirable, but as I start working, I realize I probably don't want that. All right, so that's one. I'm just gonna move a few of these out of the way. And this butterfly I got from a shop in Etsy, and I did buy a few different butterfly things, so I didn't really keep track of which store it came out of. Sorry about that. But also they didn't have their shop name on the page either, so I couldn't really verify that. So I just want it a little slanted because it's not all gonna fit anyways, and slanted is my preferred way of doing that. Also, I managed to punch out some tabs for the top, and I haven't quite decided. I think I want two together. I just didn't fold them with that in mind, but I was thinking I could do one on the back and one on the front, like so, and then some lace. Gotta have some lace. And with all that gold in there, I thought this piece of lace would be lovely. So I'm just gonna take that bottom strip there and put that there for now. And then I was thinking maybe some words, and I printed out some I made them smaller than last time. I think this is a freebie on my Ko-fi page. And if you haven't been there yet, there's a bunch of free stuff on there, so you can help yourself. Let's see if that works. This one says stop, relax, and enjoy. So I just want that slightly touching. And because this is glossy and it now has like paint on it, maybe I will use my hot glue for the whole thing. So I'm just gonna start with the tab. Oops, a little much. So I'll do the front first. Then I'll do the word strip. And then I will do the trim here. And then I guess I'll do the butterfly last. And it might be a little bit thick. Thick? I mean, I don't want the, I was thinking the hot glue might be a little too bulky. So I wanted that all kind of connected a little bit. So I've got the butterfly and the word strip overlapping, and then I have the word strip and the trim overlapping a bit. And then I think I'm just going to cut that off and that on both sides. And then attach this. I made one butterfly journal about a year ago, maybe a little longer, and I guess I figured that was good. And then recently I saw Janie at the Crafting Bookworm, I think it is, and she had this beautiful butterfly journal, and it totally got my juices flowing. So I want to do another one. And so I think this will be a great start to that. Also, I'm going to ink the tag itself. I did sew around it with some light colored thread. I really like that. That is going to be so cool in my journal. Either the blue journal I'm going to work on or the butterfly journal. It's going to be hard to decide which one. Okay, so that's the one blue one. I hope I kept these in order. That is so pretty. It's going to be hard not to do them all the same. You know, when you like something and then my thing is always to try to make more just like it. Get rid of some of those threads. Okay, so with this one, I think I'll do the same thing, just kind of ink the outside. The ink actually showed up really nicely on the edge of this, so this butterfly is nothing like the other butterfly, so this is one I got from the dollar store back when they had packages of them and they all looked the same. I mean, they all had like a package of various, but the same package that I bought then. Okay, so this one actually does fit if I have it straight up and down, so I'm going to do that. And then hopefully pick out 2 more of these. So the tabs I cut from the large sheets, and then I just have to decide which I want. And that might be easier way to ink. That way I get the edges. I haven't made a journal in a bit, so I'm getting kind of excited to do some more. I guess I've just been making ephemera. I mean, I kind of got out of the habit of making journals. I don't know why, but I think I was trying to stock up. Now, let's see. Would this work? I think it would. And I would like to use that. I have a pin in here from something. Get rid of that before I hurt myself. Yeah, I just have to find the end here. Something like that, and I'll just cut a little piece off for now. And then see if I have another word strip that I like. That would fit. It says learn from wisdom. And if you are a believer, you know that Jesus is wisdom personified. And so I learned from him. Also, Solomon was a type of Christ in the Bible, and he was the wisest person who lived other than Jesus himself. Okay, so that, and then something like that. Even though the blue has some silver in it, I think that'll be okay. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so I will do this way this time. Oh, I was thinking too of putting some bling on the actual butterfly. I'll have to see if I still want to do that. very quiet here this morning. It's pretty early yet. Not used to it anymore. I'm wondering if our kids are going to go back to school as early as this week. Not that it's early, but we haven't heard anything, so in that sense it might be early. I like the quickness of the hot glue, but I don't like all the threads it leaves. But I guess you gotta take them both. Yeah, so I used the whale tail tab punch that my sister got for me. I like using it. Okay, so that's the front. And then I did back it with some journaling paper. Okay, so that's the second one. I think you get the idea, and I think from these examples you can tell whether or not you would like to do something similar. I'm trying to show how to use up some of the alcohol ink pages. So I will put those aside for now, and then I will show you what else I have prepared here. I am not wasting anything. This is basically the only things that have not been used or assigned something. These were the notches I cut out from the pockets. So I figured this one's a large pocket, so it's gonna go vertically this way on the page. And I got several sizes. I got this one, which will go horizontally. Put these aside for now. All done. So I think what I'm gonna do is sew around these. So I have, these were from the large sheets. So I did trim off a few sections that were of no color at all. But I think even here I'm going to decorate them on the edge, probably with some lace. And then that won't show too much, because I still like to decorate the pockets. Okay, so that would come on that edge, and then that white stuff wouldn't show as much. So I think I got, yeah, 4 pockets out of the large sheet. And then I also got this page edge and what could be a belly band. So quite a variety of projects from the large sheet. Now, for the page edge, I have several things that I might want to do. These are scalloped scissors, and I was thinking that I might just want to cut the whole thing with this, and then that would be a decorative edge. And then I could still decorate that if I wanted to do that. And then there's this strip. It could also be used for decorating something. So I will put that aside for now. And there we have a page edge. And I will cut it down later because it's probably a little tall for my general size journal. Okay, so there's the blue and the purple sheet. And teal, I guess it had that in there too. So that's that one all assigned. Then the pink one, I got a few less pieces, I guess. But I did get a belly band, 2 pockets. Oh, a few less pieces because, or at least a few less pockets, because this had a fold in it because I was trying to see if I would like something. So this will be a page edge as well. And I don't actually mind the creases in here if I leave it. So what I'll do is, for now, I'll just use this. And I can make the same edging. Going a little crooked. Okay. So, a little waste there, but that would look nice. And then again, I can trim it to size. So then there's another page edge, and then there's the belly band. And then 2 pockets. One like this, and one like so. Okay. And then again, the same idea with the gold. It must have been which side I placed it on. I didn't get a belly band this time, but I got 4 pockets. And again, I would decorate those so they wouldn't be as gold. I realize that's a little much on that one. But yeah, I think that'll work out nicely. For the sake of easy on the eyes, I was thinking I could decorate a pocket like this one. And because it's going to go on its side, I think I'm going to ink this one as well. Now, I do want to sew them all, so I guess I can't really decorate them too much. I do like that blue ink though on the edge there. It does really show, it pops. Okay, so anyways, I'm probably not going to decorate it now because I remembered I wanted to sew, but I'll put the lace over here eventually after I sew everything. And so lace over here, maybe a word strip, maybe a focal point yet, but at least lace. So anyways, not too long and not too involved today, but I did want to show you what I kind of had in mind for the alcohol ink pages, because they are cardstock, so they are nice to work with, and I think they will be fun to add to a journal. Obviously, they're not going to be added to a vintage journal. That's really not my forte anyways, but just to give you an idea of what it was that I was able to get out of those sheets. So yeah, hope you like that. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.